What's going on, everybody? My name is TUFprofan, capital TUFprofan. It is the same on Instagram and Twitter. My real name on Facebook and of course YouTube here. How is everybody doing? I got some good news and I got some bad news. My computer is having issues, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to put out a lyric video this week or not. It's Wednesday already, so we're just going to have to wait and see if it happens tomorrow or maybe even Friday. But I can't do that, but I can just talk to you straight like this. Use my iPad or my iPhone to record and such, and get it out to you. So here I am. And I'm going to talk about something WWE related, so all the people who don't care about wrestling right now don't have to watch. Let me give you a minute. Okay. Is there anybody that's still wrestling related watching? Anybody that cares about wrestling? Still looking at my beautiful face? Alright guys, I want to talk about the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2016 real quick, in case anybody forgot any names or didn't see anybody that they wanted in. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2016. The number one induction is Sting. Now, WWE did pretty bad at using Sting in WWE. I mean, he had an awesome debut at Survivor Series, helping Dolph Ziggler win, booting out the Authority for 2 weeks or whatever it was, but still, he had a nice debut, even though what he did didn't, I mean, it's part of the storyline with Triple H, I guess, but awesome debut. The match with Triple H at WrestleMania was awesome, but he should have won, and then he was just outmatched by Seth Rollins. That was kind of ugly, and he got hurt, and that was the last match we saw of him. TMZ reported that he has to retire, but he's saying that he doesn't want to retire, something like that. I don't know. We'll see at the Hall of Fame induction ceremony itself, probably, if he's going to come back and wrestle more or not, or if he has any part in Survivor or WrestleMania at all. Should be interesting to see. Sting definitely deserves it. He started around 1990, I believe, 91, and he was still going as of last year. Obviously, legendary feuds with Ric Flair and Lex Luger, Nikita Koloff, I remember at one point, the Horsemen. Fantastic. He was the franchise of WCW. TNA, which WWE obviously isn't going to recognize. He's also like the franchise of TNA, like when he decided to go there and be a part of that, it legitimized them a little more. He was a 3-time champion. He was like their Mr. Bound for Glory. They let him go because he was getting older and couldn't do as well. I remember his last match in TNA. He fought Magnus, and it was just kind of ugly because he couldn't go as well. He couldn't even put the Scorpion Deathlock in that well. So, but I don't want to talk about the bad stuff. I want to talk about the fact that he's obviously the icon that his nickname presents him as, and definitely worthy of the Hall of Fame. Next up, one of the newest inductions is Stan Hansen. When I think of Stan Hansen, I think of the Chew. Again, he was in WCW, legend in Japan. He was in WWE back in the 70s. During his little induction video, they were talking about how he broke Bruno Sammartino's neck, and they didn't like him for that. You know, it was an accident. But yeah, he broke Bruno Sammartino's neck, and he was vilified because Sammartino was God back in those days. But he, again, legendary career, champion of the AWA, I remember, and he didn't want to give the title back. He just left for Japan with it. So I thought that was funny. again, he's a legendary character, one of the best cowboys of all time, and there's been a lot. Big, rough, tough Texan, former AWA champion with the chew and the nasty lariat. Rumors of him being nearsighted, so he had to like smack you with the lariat as hard as possible to make sure that he connected. Just old school. Again, even though he didn't do much in WWE, he definitely deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. The Big Boss Man, the next inductee into the WWE Hall of Fame. Again, definitely worthy. Started in Mid-South and NWA. The legendary Jim Cornette falling off the scaffold. He was the guy that was supposed to catch him, but he just kind of went and Jim Cornette tore his knees up falling off the scaffold. It was Bubba's fault. But yeah, he started there as Big Bubba Rogers. Then he went to WWE, obviously legendary Big Boss Man. Everybody knows about the Big Boss Man. He was never a champion during his original, blue good guy in the Twin Towers. He was a bad guy first, and then he became the good guy. Never a champion back in those days, but when he came back to the WWE during the Attitude Era, 99, 2000, around there, in the black attire, he was part of the corporation, hardcore champion, tag team champion, and he was like the backbone at one point. Mr. McMahon's right-hand man. Legendary character once again. It's sad that it's posthumous, him being inducted in the Hall of Fame. But definitely deserving. I'm curious who's going to induct him. Sting, it seems like Ric Flair is a no-brainer to induct him. Stan Hansen, I would think JBL, because there's a lot of similarities there. If not, maybe Vader, even though Vader himself deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Big Boss Man, I'm just not sure who's going to induct him. Maybe family will be there, or something like that. Bret Hart, maybe. Maybe they can pull a one-man gang out wherever he is hiding. That'd be kind of cool. Jimmy Hart, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.